friends, welcome back to Vlogmas. Today's December 20th, and guess what? I do have a new sweatshirt on. I just got this from Chasing Chapters. This is the Sea of Ruin crew neck. So it has more quotes underneath it. It says, the quote is the famous Sea of Ruin quote. Love isn't a decision, it arrives unannounced, breeds madness, and leaves a sea of ruin in its wake. I'm so excited. I love it so much. I saw Jessica from Peaceful Books got one, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna need that. So I got one. And I'm super happy with it. I also ordered a Fireheart sweatshirt from them too, but it hasn't gotten here yet, because I don't care what any of y'all say. I love Aelin and I love Throne of Glass. Always and forever. So let's do the tea first, before I forget while it's still warm. In my romance reader cup, my red-haired romance reader cup. Today is 3 chamomile, and it is literally, that's all the ingredients are, 3 different chamomiles. I didn't know there was such a thing, and that's all I got. So it definitely smells flowery. It's gonna be good. I don't know, man, like, it tastes like grass. And y'all are gonna think I'm super picky, and you know what? That may be true when it comes to drinks. Also, have this. This is the ginger one, which I actually like. This ginger kombucha, it grew on me. And my cup from Samantha. I feel like it is only fitting that I put my kombucha in the cup that Samantha sent me because of the kombucha wars between Samantha, Bree, and myself, which I think we've all just decided on is over, sadly. No more taste testing between us, but so we're gonna have this. So let me tell you about the book I finished, because I'm gonna make this short clip. I'm gonna make this clip short, I promise. Look at how pretty, though. I feel like so fancy. Look at it. Can you see? Wow. You would think it's gonna taste fruity and delicious. You would be wrong. But it is pretty. So, Bree, this is not a wine glass, but it's a cute cup, and let's see if it makes it taste better. I think that works, yeah. It is growing on me. I still don't I wouldn't ever choose to just drink that for fun, but I definitely like it. And this flavor is actually probably my favorite, this gingerberry. And then because I really love ginger juice, I know I'm a weirdo. Like at health food stores, I always get ginger, whatever. Anything that has ginger in it, I'm like, gimme, sold. Okay, books, because, yeah. I finished Don't Hex and Drive last night, just right now actually. I just barely finished it, and I loved this so much. This is just such a fun book, honestly. Like, this is one of those, don't want to put it down, stay up until midnight reading. Just super cute and enjoyable and very, very swoony, and I just love this couple in here, you know. After I finished Wolfgang Wilde, which is the first, in case you didn't know, this is Juliet Cross's second book in the Stay a Spell series. They're all paranormal romance set in New Orleans. Did I say that right, Jessin? New Orleans? And, they follow this family of sisters who are witches. So this is Isadora, who is one of those sisters, and she's kind of a little bit socially awkward, loves her greenhouse and her garden and rescue dogs and things like that. And she is a conduit, so the magic she has is like helping people heal and helping things grow, very fitting with the things that she likes. And there's a mystery in the town that girls keep going missing and nobody knows where they are. So the head vampire in town calls Devraj, who is the hero, who is a famous Bollywood actor and is definitely a seductive movie star, you know, very flirtatious and all that good stuff, calls him to help. He's like this specific type of vampire who's very powerful and they have extra powers and stuff like that. So him and Isadora have a first meeting, which is absolutely too incredibly cute and hilarious. I loved their first meeting, and they have this instant connection and a lot of sparks and a ton of sexual chemistry. But Isadora is like not really wanting to give into that because she's really afraid that she's going to get hurt, and she doesn't want to engage in any type of a long-term relationship with Devraj, but the chemistry just cannot be denied. They end up working together to try and solve this case, and it is just a completely fun, highly enjoyable paranormal romance, romantic comedy. I just absolutely freaking loved it so much. It was just completely enjoyable. I loved this, gave this 5 stars. I can't wait for the next one. The next one is featuring another sister who we see in these books, and it comes out summer of 2021, and I can't wait because this, like, honestly, the whole time I'm reading this, it's just smiling the whole time. Very low angst, just if you want like a really fun, flirty, swoony, steamy paranormal romance, check this out because it was just fantastic. Like, I cannot say enough good things about Juliet Cross. I am a huge fan of her work. I'm so glad I found her this year. She is quickly becoming one of my favorite authors ever. She's an auto-buy author for me for sure. Like, I'm going to pre-order and buy every single thing that she writes because I just love her so much. So this was just great. Like I said, like, I had so much love for Wolf Gone Wild. I was a little bit nervous to see if I would love this couple just as much because I didn't know if anyone could replace Mateo and Evie, and I ended up loving them just as much. Although Mateo and Evie are still just a little tiny, I don't know. I love them both. I love them all. It's just so fun. So yeah, if you want like that is something I would definitely recommend. If you want just a happy pick-me-up, rom-com, swoony, sexy, just something that is just a really fun, happy read, I would highly recommend those because there's very little angst, there's very little emotional turmoil, there's no tragedy. They're just so fun and enjoyable, and I just love them. I can't say enough good things about them. So that's all I have to say for this clip. I'm going to go finish drinking my drink. Thank you for my adorable cup, Samantha. And yeah, the next book I'm going to finish, I'm probably going to finish today, is Deal with the Elf King, which I have right over there, hold on. Deal with the Elf King, which I am also really loving. I did read more last night, now I'm almost finished with it, and I'm positive I'll finish this today. And I do have to say that after I finished my last clip, like, I feel like I wasn't really being super fair because I don't dislike this at all. And it may very well be a 5-star read for me because I'm honestly very hooked and very into this world and this story. But I think that I had my expectations set for the cover and the buzz around it that it was going to be like an adult version of The Cruel Prince with more romance, and that's what I wanted so badly. And it's really not that. Like, this reminds me more of the same type of feeling that Radiance by Grace Draven had, just a really lovely, soft, quiet fantasy romance, and that's not bad at all. It's just not what I thought I was going to be getting, you know what I mean? So I am still really enjoying this. I can't wait to see what happens in the last of this, and it's good. So, gonna keep reading this, and then I don't know what I'll pick up after that, so it'll be a mystery. See you guys in a bit. Good evening, friends. I finished a book. I finished Deal with the Elf King. Let's see if I can hold this camera better. I finished Deal with the Elf King just barely, and honestly, I really liked this. I thought that this was really quite beautiful and really very lovely and soft, and the fantasy world was honestly probably my favorite part. The fantasy world I felt like was really well developed, and it was really well thought out, and it was really clever, and I liked that a lot. I definitely feel like the romance in this took a backseat by far. The romance really didn't even happen until way past halfway, and it was very, very, very slow burn. And it was also pretty much fade to black, which is fine. I mean, I know this is categorized as a YA, so that was, I mean, I don't know, like, I feel like there were times when I was reading this when I felt like it was going to be a 5-star, but then it just didn't quite get there, you know what I mean? Like, it gives me similar vibes, although the plot and the story aren't the same at all. The fantasy world isn't the same, but it feels a lot like Radiance by Grace Draven. Just really sort of, just a soft, like, it feels very soft, like it's not brutal at all. And I wish that it had been a little bit brutal. But that's not very fair to say I wish it was something that it wasn't, you know? But I do wish that I wish there had been more to the romance. Yeah, so I really liked this, and I definitely want to keep reading more in this series. It sounds like there are going to be more books in this series, but they're all going to be standalones, so I think it's basically like there are going to be more books in the world, but they're not going to be, like, connected, you know? So I definitely plan to pick up more, because there were also a lot of things about this book that I liked. Like, I really loved there's this thread throughout the whole story about choice in love and how important consent is in all, and not just sexual consent, but all types of consent in relationships, and I really, really loved that. I thought that was really well done. I mean, the writing was honestly really beautiful, and I really, like I said, I loved the fantasy world. I was just really hoping, like, there were a few glimmers in this in their romantic relationship where it was just hitting me, like, so good, but then it would, like, back off, and it would, you know, go to a different part of the story, and then when they got together at the end, like, you know, they're going to, right? It's a romance, fantasy romance. I wouldn't even call it a romance. I would definitely call this a YA fantasy with a romance in it, but at the end, when they get together, it was just very rushed and just not very fulfilling, you know? But, so that, honestly, I feel like I was kind of torn between 4.5, and right as I was getting to the end, I was like, maybe this will be a 5-star, but then it just didn't really deliver on the relationship at the end, and so I feel like it's a 4-star read. It's a solid read. It's a really fun and enjoyable read, and if you're looking for a fantasy with light romance, I would definitely recommend this, because it was really good. And it really did give me, like, it's not a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it definitely gave me Beauty and the Beast vibes. Like, I don't know. I liked it a lot. I just kept wishing that the romance had been developed just a little bit more, that we had more interaction between them, because I feel like if it had been, it would just be so good. But it was still good. It just wasn't 5-star good. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it definitely to read the next when it comes out, and I enjoyed reading it, and I wasn't honestly really even that disappointed. I think the thing that bothers me the most is just feeling like it showed me what it could have been, but it just didn't quite get there, you know? Still a really good, enjoyable read, and now I just want to read fantasy romance. Like, I am on a quest to find excellent, more adult fantasy romances, like I said. So I've got some on my Kindle. I'm not sure if I'll pick those up now, or, well, I've got a few other Kindle books that I've started that I may read. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I also am tempted to read Let Me Take You With Me. You're going to come on an adventure with me. Don't mind the boxes in that corner of my studio. Also, see, my shelves aren't very... I also really want to read this book, The Winter King. I also really want to read this. I may pick this up and just try a chapter and see what I think of it. Maybe that's what I will do. Because I know that I'm a Patreon supporter of Jessin from Smart Women Read Romance, and this is like I think it's either an early access or an exclusive review, and I really want to read this so I can be a part of that, so I may pick this up now because I'm really in the mood for more fantasy romance, honestly. Like, I really love a really well-developed fantasy world, and I feel like I haven't, I'm just gonna sit all over the place. I haven't found any that I've really, well, Heart of Blood and Ashes, you know, that was just fantastic. This one was just, it was just really beautiful, Deal with the Elf King. I really quite liked it, honestly. Like, I definitely feel like that's, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I feel like I'm being critical, and I don't mean to be, because I really liked it, but it just, like, I felt like it was, like, so close to being, like, a 5-star fantastic, and it just didn't quite get there. But it was still, nonetheless, really enjoyable, and I liked it. So, okay, I think I'm gonna read a chapter of this. You know how good I am at sticking to my plans. We'll see if I stick to it for tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. I haven't had much opportunity to film any fun stuff I'm doing because I'm being super lazy today. I literally haven't even cooked. My husband made dinner and breakfast. Bless his heart. He's an amazing man. So grateful for him because I'm not feeling great today, so that's how it goes. I took a nap. I don't even remember the last time I took a nap, but alright. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Hello, my friends. Good morning. I am going to taste my tea right now, and then we're going to go in the garage, work out. I got a new program today. My son made this for me, my 19-year-old son. He just got his personal training certification this year, so he built this program. I'm very excited to try. So in my cup, I have today's tea. It was called Cleanse. It's got mint and, of course, licorice and fennel, so... My husband just whispered, you let it steep for an hour, and that is correct, I did. So it's going to be real good. It's not terrible. It's pretty good. It tastes like, almost like there's rose in there too. Anyway, that one actually is pretty good. I like that. So I'll probably chug that after my workout because I don't know that it's a good idea to take a cleansing tea before you work out. I'll see you guys in a bit. Look, do you see him? That was a tough workout. Like, it's winter, and I finally took my hoodie off too. That was tough. Good job, son. Good job, oldest son, for that workout. So this is just going to be a really quick clip. It is Happy Vlogmas, by the way. We already did our tea tasting, and now we're just going to give you a reading update. So I did pick up this, The Winter King, last night. I only read the prologue, which was 15 pages, but I'm honestly super, super into this. I think this is basically the gist of this. This is a fantasy romance. It's published by Avon, which I'm super excited about because I love Avon. They're probably my favorite romance publisher. And it's basically about a king, a winter king. His name is literally Winter, Atrielon. He is going, He's seeking vengeance on the Summerlees king, and he's doing that by taking one of his favorite daughters as a bride, and that's basically all I know so far. The opening prologue was really quite attention-grabbing, and I'm honestly super hyped about this. I think it's going to be really great. I really love the writing. It really hooked me really well right off the bat, and honestly, I just am in love with it, so I want to make sure and read this today. I don't know that I'll finish it by the time Vlogmas is over, which will be kind of sad. And then I also picked up last night on my Kindle The Midwinter Mail Order Bride by Katie Wilde. This is a shorter one. This is also a fantasy romance. This is billed as a barbarian romance, and it is not quite as barbarian as A Heart of Blood and Ashes. It does have sort of similar vibes, but it's not that brutal. This one is a little bit tongue-in-cheek funny, pretty sexy, pretty flirtatious. I am super into this, honestly. Like, I could just binge this all in one setting, and I think I will probably most likely finish that today. That's going to be my priority, so I can have something to update on when I do my closing clip and post this vlog tomorrow. And yeah, I'm really into that. This is, again, another sort of mail order bride, but, well, obviously it says mail order bride, right? So I think this is the barbarian who just overtook this kingdom, and when he overtook the kingdom, he spent like 2 redolent weeks in bed with a bunch of maidens coming to pleasure him. And he thought that they were there because they wanted him. Come to find out, they were there to help him to be in a good mood, and he got really upset about that. So this mail order bride arrives, and he thinks that she's into him, and makes a comment that says like, oh, I'm just scared of you, that's why I'm gonna give you my body, and then he like backs off. So that's pretty interesting because there's this push and pull of like she wants him to want her, and he thinks that she doesn't want him, and it's pretty fun. I really am liking it a lot. I've heard good things about this. Yeah, so that's super exciting. And then my sweet little boy, my youngest son, who just turned 12, asked if I had opened the book that he had wrapped for me, and if I had read it, and I had not. I had forgotten about them because, you know, I don't know why. I had some other things that I was reading for buddy reads and stuff, so I'm gonna open this, and then I'm probably going to put this as priority so I can make sure and read the book he picked for me. So this will take priority over this, although I am really liking this. So let's see what we have. Joanna Shupe, A Scandalous Deal. Yay! I'm actually super excited about this. I'm hyped about this. Thank you, youngest son. This, I'm not entirely sure. I know this is another Gilded Age historical romance, and is this the one that has... Let me read the back. It says, with 3 dead fiancés, Lady Eva has positively no luck when it comes to love, I'll say. She sets sail for New York City, determined that nothing will deter her dream of becoming an architect. Cool. Certainly not an unexpected, passionate shipboard encounter with a mysterious stranger. Interesting. But Eva's misfortune strikes once more when she discovers the stranger who swept her off her feet is none other than her new employer. That's very cool. Oh, I'm excited about this. Probably, okay, I'm gonna pick this up first because I can really get through Joanna Shupe's books really quickly, and I'm super excited about this. Okay, so I have a lot of great reading plans, these, and then the Kindle one, so I'm not gonna work the rest of the day. I'm gonna just go in and read. So I'll check in with you when I've made some more progress. I got some book mail today. This, someone sent me from my wish list. I think it was Brit. Thank you, Brit. I know this is a romance, and it's an age gap older woman, so that is very exciting. I've been wanting to read this forever. And this, I think it's just a fantasy, but I'm super excited about this too. I think the cover is pretty cool. And then these came from Paperback Exchange on Instagram. Mrs. Teapots Reads on Instagram won these, and they didn't do international shipping, so she said that she wanted to send them to me, which I thought was so nice. And then I won one. If you guess the step back, then they'll send you the book. And this is the one that Mrs. Teapots won and then sent to me, which I thought was so sweet. Like, look, a 2-pager. Don't mind that noise, Kazi's being a weirdo in the background. And then this one was the one that I won, which I think Melissa Lee on Instagram, she told me what it was because I really wanted it because of the step back, because Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it so much. These are some of my old paintings that I have that I've got framed and that I'm working on. I'm trying to show you this. This is one I did of my son, my youngest. Oh, hi Cosmo. He did not want to pose for that with those apples. And these are ones that are in progress. This is some winter horses. That's a watercolor. And then this one is actually a colored pencil of my youngest son too. It's one of my favorite pieces I've ever done. Even though I never finished it, but I think the paper, not the paper, this is a board, it's a sanded board, got ruined, so I just never finished it, and I kind of feel like I just want to frame it like this, because this was my baby when he was only a year old, and I love it. Anyway, we just happened to be in the section of the studio where some of my paintings were, so I thought I'd show you. Good evening, my friends. I just came here to end this vlog so I can finish editing it and get it exported and ready for you to watch tomorrow. This is my Moody reader sweatshirt. I really, really like it. It's super comfy and very cute. I love the color. It's from Hello Lovely Box. I'm a rep for them. My rep code is in the description if you want to get one too. And I just really kind of only have some cool stuff to show you because I haven't read a single thing today. I haven't even really listened to my audiobook. I did a little bit. Still listening to this. I was trying to get this read before my buddy reading group moved on to the next one, but alas, I have failed, so. But that's okay because I, just didn't get it. So, that's pretty much all. But I did get one exciting piece of mail that my husband got for me, and I'm going to show it to you real quick. He got me a new Kindle Fire! I'm so excited! I love the Kindle Fire best because it has color covers, and yes, I just like it best. I've had a Kindle Fire, I've had my Kindle Fire for many a year, probably since 2013. And it's just kind of been acting up a little, so he got me a new one because I just said, I think I want a new Kindle, and so he just got it, and it was a surprise for me, and I'm so happy. I can't wait to use it. So I don't have a screen protector yet, so I'm going to save it in here until that gets here because I don't want to scratch it. I don't want to scratch it. But that is pretty much all that I have to update you on, and yeah. Oh, Vlogmas. It's getting to the point where it's kind of hard to think of stuff to even vlog about. Like, I literally do the same thing every single day, so I don't know. But it's been really fun chatting with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far in my vlog, you can leave me a Santa Claus emoji if you would like. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.